Háblame de ti, cuéntame de tu vida. Sabes tú muy bien que yo estoy convencida.
Welcome to It Starts at the Heart. This is Main Plaza Conservancy's way of keeping you informed of what is happening on beautiful historic Main Plaza, the heart of the city, and also the People's Plaza. I'm your host today, Jane Pauley Flores, and it's a pleasure to be with you. Our very special guest we have, this is going to be our fourth interview with him. It's very rare to even be able to have these kind of interviews, so this is going to be a very special show. We're going to discuss the phenomenon on Main Plaza, also known as San Antonio the Saga. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Xavier de Richemont. He is our French artist, and he's with us today. Welcome to the show again.
Thank you, Jane.
It's so good to have you back again.
Yeah,
We've
happy
covered
to
a
be
lot
here.
of territory. Thank you. Thank you. And happy birthday to you.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Every year we've celebrated your birthday as part of the celebration of the saga.
I'm very lucky to be born on the same day as Saint Antoine, San Antonio.
That's true,
Because this is the reason of the city to be named. And I was, by incident, born on the 13th of June, but the most important is the foundation of the city on that day of San Antonio.
Wow.
So I have the benefits of the Saint Patron of the city being celebrated the day of my birth.
That's very
But
cool, isn't it?
This is all goes to him.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a funny thing because we're doing a lot of celebrating this week. One, it is your birthday. Two, it is the 4th anniversary of San Antonio the Saga.
Yes.
And 3, we are celebrating our tricentennial, 300 years on Main Plaza, the original city center, with our video art projection that covers all 300 years. I don't know how you get a more perfect storm than having all of these come together at one time. So let's talk a little bit about the saga and how you brought the message of the history. I mean, we've got the buffalo and deer running, and then we bring it all the way up to modern day. Talk a little bit about your process, bringing us 300 years.
Yes, I would say it's more than this because the city existed before the Spaniards coming, and 300 years is 1718 when the city was founded. So I mean, the work goes back to primitive civilization and to Indians, whom territory it was at that time, until the Spanish came here. So the work starts with prehistorical sites you have here, and then to Indian occupation of the land, and then of course to the Spaniard coming with the expedition of the Spaniards and the coming from Mexico, from South Mexico, to Texas, and of course of what happened since with the settlement of the city and the cattle and the little city of San Antonio until oil was found here in 1901, if I remember. I didn't go back to my I didn't revise, but I think the first oil was found in 1901, and so that became the fame and a lot of money coming here because of oil, and gave the city of today. Of course, there is the Alamo in between, the battle and Santa Anna coming here, and the siege of the 380, and all this history of America, of United States. So it's for me, working in San Antonio about the city was something like going back to my school books. But as I'm French, we didn't learn history of America besides Lafayette, of course.
Yeah.
But George Washington, and of course after, but before,
Yeah.
we learned about European history, We learned about Louis XIV. We learned about Louis XV selling the Louisiane, and we learned about Napoleon selling it twice, the second time to you. But we remained friends, you know, even if they sold twice the same good. But
Yep.
the French, I mean, maybe it's a little idea of business, but you're better at business than we are. But so this goes to Texas, to San Antonio, to Texas, and larger to history of your beautiful country of America, of United States.
Well, you're quite the historian. You do study your subjects before you prepare and create your incredible works. You were about 2 years through all of your processes in studying our history and creating this incredible project to the day that we opened 4 years ago.
Well, it's better. It's better to know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So, so of course I investigate and I learn. You know, each project is a new lesson of history because each project is specific, and each project brings me to new lands. As 6 years ago, in 2012, I had never been here, so, and I had never been to Texas. I knew United States because I was lucky to learn English and to go to school, high school in New Hampshire. So this is why I have less French accent than other French people. It's because of when I was 15, and of course, the history of Texas and the history of San Antonio and the history of